So how do you feel about people not disclosing they have children, though? We'll say you don't say it on the first date, and we'll give them the benefit of the doubt of the same thing we gave her as far as it just didn't come up. They were having a good time. Mm-hmm. Say second or third date, how would that make you feel if like you met a woman and she didn't mention her kids once?
Well, yeah, that's kind of weird. That's weird. Yeah, if you don't mention second or third date that you have a child or children, that's weird.
People that like their kids talk about their kids.
I was about to say.
So I'm bringing them up.
We saying that it's rare for a woman because obviously we would expect a woman to talk about her kids, but honestly, I feel the same way about a man. If you're not bringing up your kids, are those kids that you were around a lot? Do you like your kids? Are you keeping it? Are you ashamed that you're a man with kids dating?
Like when you think about it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think that a lot of people might be either ashamed of them or their kids, or they are trying to manipulate someone into a relationship with them, hoping that they'll like them enough from the first and second date that they'll just accept it by the third one, essentially.
There's also like a reverse red flag, if that makes sense, right? Like, why haven't you asked me this? If that makes
That's what I was saying.
Why haven't you asked me, this our third date, why haven't you asked me if I have a girl? Why haven't you asked me if I was ever married? Why haven't you asked me if I have kids? Like, you can look at it both ways. Like, are your intentions different? You know what I'm saying? In a regular dating to get to know each other, to be together, possibly type of a relationship, or is your intentions, some sort of financial game, some sort of physical game, whether it's man or to woman, woman to man. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you asking me these questions?
Or sometimes you let the vibe just catch you.
So that's what I was saying.
And you just forget, because what if you pursued me? So I didn't think to ask if you got a girl. You came over here.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
what am I ask you for?
Yeah, like, and we've been vibing. And also Aaron mentioned this point earlier, like, what if you guys are living two different kind of lives. So for me, I don't have no kids, and I don't usually be talking to nobody that have kids. So that's not really the first thing that's going to come out of my mouth, even though I should. At this day and age, I should be asking people if they got kids, but that's not going to be the first question that I ask someone my age. So that might have been my bad. Yeah. But that's the reason I didn't ask, 'cause I wasn't thinking about that. But if you did, you should have said, why are you waiting for me to ask? Yeah, if we're getting to know each other,
it falls on the person with the obligation. Personally,
we'll say they both have kids, and if it didn't come up, it would fall on both of us.
Yeah.
No, but if we're getting to know each other, first date, and we're just talking about our everyday lives, what do you do? Like, what do you do outside of work? Or how does your kids not get brought up?
Yeah.
Well,
that's weird.
It depends. I can see a woman not bringing it up initially. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure this is somebody that they intend to get a little bit closer with before they bring up, their personal life, like their kids. And I think it's weird. You just meeting a guy on the first date and you letting them drop you home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't lying.
I get it happens, but if you're in a house and you have kids and all that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a little bit first date is like if you just met somebody. So I could see a woman trying to be a little bit guarded. Like, let me make sure this guy's not a weirdo before I start telling them about my kids or something. On the male aspect, I feel like if it shouldn't be hidden. You know what I'm saying? But on the women, I could get it.
Is it because the woman is scared that it could put her kids in danger?
Yeah, I mean, you don't like. People weird, both men and women.
No, I get it.
I go on a first date with you, and all of a sudden, 3 days later, you're stalking me outside and I got kids. You know what I'm saying? We only went on one date, and all of a sudden, you outside my door in the bushes, like you're putting me and my kids in danger. So maybe I don't let you know all that information until I'm feeling you.
Got you.
I feel like regardless if you meet someone like that, regardless if you have kids or not, they're going to do that. So I feel like bringing my kids up. Like, so no, I mean, like, if he's a stalker, he's going to stalk me regardless of whether I have kids or not. So I just feel like you don't have to necessarily describe your kids to the person, but you can bring up that you have children. So, like, yes, not mentioning your kids on the first date, regardless of the gender, is weird.
Like I said, people that like their kids, people that take care of their kids, people that are proud of their kids, they talk about their kids.
Yeah.
People be knowing their kids and they ain't never even met them. So it's just... Even, because I'll tell you how easy it is for you to mention your kids. You be like, ooh, child, we got to get out of here because I got to wake up at 6. Like,
why do you got to be up?
Right.
Yeah, like I think if you work 9 to 5, why on earth are you waking up at 6? Because I'd be like, oh, why you gotta get up so early?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I go to the gym, or oh, I go water my mama's plants every day, or I gotta get my kids up.
Right.
You know, so it's just, again, I think it's kind of hard to, like you said, unless it's intentional, it's kind of hard for it to not
come up in a conversation, like in a real good conversation. It's kind of hard for it not to come up. Unless my intentions are not to learn anything about your kids, unless my intentions is to, like, you know, do something physical
tonight,
with you, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I don't care about all of that. What we doing tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Then it's different.
And fuck them kids.
But that's where it goes. That's where it goes back to where I said, is reverse red flag. Why haven't you asked me these questions? So, you know, if you're not asking me things to get to know me, then obviously you only have one intent.
Oh, I have one question. So, because you'll hear sometimes people say, well, they overshared, or they was asking too many questions. So what if they're like, look, I'm at this point in my life financially, career-wise, at this point, I'm only dating to settle down. And I think that for some people, that comes off as, oh, baby, you doing too much. You know what I mean? I think if
like, damn, I just asked you if you want to drink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that being the inverse, how do you distinguish where to draw the line?
I think personally, when that has happened with me, I've kind of shied away a little bit.
When somebody was doing too much?
Yeah, like when they're, you know, like, I only asked you your name, love. You went into a whole bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess it depends where or when in the conversation, or how long y'all was speaking, or days or whatever, that they kind of say, like, you know, I'm in a point in my life where I'm not trying to play around, but we understand that. That's what dating is. You got to date to get to know someone. You can't just date and say, okay, you can't look at everybody and say, this is potentially my future husband every single date. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to work that way. So vibe, let it ease into it. Let's have the discussion a little bit more. Let's not bring all of these, you know, extra red flags potentially just from one conversation.
So say in your line of work, a woman approaches you and she just starts telling you everything and just completely oversharing, almost trauma dumping. But she's saying, hey, listen, like, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I've been watching you. You know, I finally got a chance to come to this event to see you. And like, that was just her opportunity. So it's kind of like a location thing and a timing thing for her. So how would that make you feel? Do you look at it any differently?
Probably not. If she went out her way to try to meet me and all of that, now if she went out her way to do all of that and now she's dumping all of the stuff that didn't necessarily need to be known, then I'm kind of, that's
oversharing.
That's oversharing.
Yeah.
1,000%.
That is. Did you say that she was watching him? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I think you mean like social media.
Like, been around.
Oh.
Yeah, like
That threw me off. I'm like, what do you mean? She sounds like a stalker.
by showing interest.
I'm watching you and now I'm showing
And paid
up.
to get into an event? I don't know. She might be a stalker. She didn't see
That didn't sound right. That is, nobody reacted. So I was like, oh, okay. That doesn't seem like a...
It didn't seem like a stalker to me.
It seemed like a stalker to me.
No, because she has her free time, and she paid for the event that he was going to be at because he hosts it. And so, listen, when I see this guy, I'm going to speak to him finally. This is like my time to speak to him. It's like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm so-and-so. This is what's going on, blah, blah. I know you're busy right now, but here's my number. And like, this is what I got going on. Because she only got maybe like 5-6 minutes with you because you are at work.
Wow, 5-6 minutes.
I was going to say, that's a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. So say even less, say like 3 minutes. She just say, hey, this is what's going on with me. Would you look at it differently then?
I think she should end it like, hey, here's my number. I want to get to know you. If you have a chance, let's talk on another day. Then we can do that. Like, don't start getting into all of your stuff in love. I got to get back on the stage.